Good morning. My name is Dale Maley, and in this video we're going to look at 3 alternative designs on how to build a LED lighted display box for stained glass panels. If this is your first project lighting a stained glass panel, you might want to take a look at my other YouTube videos. The first one I did is shown here how to design and build a stained glass display light box. And that's my initial work, which had a lot of experimentation to figure out how to light a stained glass panel. Then my second project was how to make an LED lighted display box for stained glass, and that's Old City Hall in Fairbury. That's also an interesting project as well. On my third project, that was a round stained glass panel, and many people do round panels. So this one illustrates how do you LED light a round panel, and this is the 1,000-year-old Cahokia spider project. And then my fourth one, I had some panels, stained glass panels, where I had clear glass in the center, and I didn't want to see the little bright dots from the LED chips. So I came up with what I called a wood light dam, which actually prevents you from seeing those hot spots. So my basic methodology in lighting these stained glass panels: number one, I make a wood box, and the inside of that wood box is slightly larger than the outside of the stained glass panel. That allows you to wrap 2 or 3 turns of LED strip light around the inside of the box, and because the strip light's actually outside the edges of the stained glass panel, you can't see the bright spots. So my 3 alternative designs are shown on this slide. Number one is the easiest construction, and that's where you don't really have any clear glass in the center of the panel. Number two, if you do have some clear glass, you can add a wood light dam, and that prevents you from seeing the bright spots when you're looking through the clear center glass. Now, what if you want to optimize or maximize the amount of lighting when you do have clear glass in the center? I came up with design 3, where you add some 45-degree wood reflectors and the light dam to give you the maximum amount of light in the center of that stained glass panel. And design 3 is what we're going to cover in this video. So design 1 is shown on this slide, and I'm not going to go through all the dimensions here of making the wood box, but just an overall view. The yellow is the stained glass panel, and then around it in red, those are wood spacers to keep it from moving around. Then on top of that is a piece of wood in the green with a screw holding it down. That actually holds your panel in place. Then around the outside of the box, shown with the 2 purple rectangles, or it could be 3 wraps of LED strip lighting. Then on the back is wood, and it's screwed on, so it's removable. And then, of course, the inside of the box you have to paint all white so you reflect the light inside. This is the simplest case where you don't really have any clear glass in the center of the stained glass panel. Now, this slide shows the reason why I have design 2, where you have some clear glass in the center of your panel. So if you notice the human eye there, if it would happen to look through the center pieces in the stained glass panel, and if they're clear, you could see the hot spots from the LED strip light emitters in there. Then, as I'm going to show you, the way to solve that problem is to put a wood dam so you can't see, so your eye cannot see those bright chips. Now this slide shows what I call the wood dam, which is in the rectangle in bright green. So you can see the light emitted from the LED chips, the 3 strips of chips. You can see the light, some of it goes towards the wood dam, bounces off of it, then goes up against the side of the wood box, which in turn reflects on the back panel, and then gets directed towards your stained glass panel. Now, the design that we just looked at is not perfect in terms of reflecting the light. And one way to maximize the amount of light that comes through on the center of your stained glass panel would be to add some angled deflectors as shown here. So down the green is the wood dam, so to the left of the green is a angled piece of wood painted white that helps reflect more of the light upwards instead of hitting a 90-degree wall with a green wood dam. And as the purple light reflection pass shows you, it bounces off the lower angle, and then you put a 45-degree angle up in the top corner, and that helps direct more of it towards the center of the panel. It's actually very simple. They just have to cut some angled strips of wood and then glue them on or screw them on in the appropriate places. Now here's a photo of an actual project, and this is the back of the wood box. And then what I did was cut some 45-degree blocks, 3/4 by 3/4 inch, and then I glued them to the back panel such that when you drop the panel in, the 45-degree strips, they slide right in the inside of the box. You could also add another 45 strip on the top. I don't have one shown here, or the bottom as well. Now here's a photo of the wood dam. Then you can see where I've glued on the 3/4 by 3/4 inch wood reflectors on the sides. In this case, I chose to use a 30-degree angle on the table saw when I cut out these angled reflectors. And then I glued them on all four sides of the wood dam. Then, of course, take the whole assembly and paint it white. Now here's a close-up photo of the wood reflectors glued on the side of the wood dam, as shown here. That little block at the corner, that's glued on, and you screw that down to your front frame, and therefore that helps hold your stained glass panel down against the front of the wood frame. Now, to my naked eye, the addition of the 45-degree reflectors on the back cover and the 30-degree reflectors on the outside of the wood dam do seem to increase the amount of light that reaches the center of the stained glass panel. To quantify that, I'd actually need to get a light meter and take some measurements and get some numbers assigned to it. So, to summarize, this video gives 3 alternative designs that you can use to LED light stained glass panels. Then you can select which method you want to use depending on whether there's clear glass in the center of your stained glass panel, or it's all solid colors, or how much light you want to reach the center of the panel if you do have some clear glass in the center. So hopefully this gives you some more ideas of how you can LED light your stained glass panels. Good luck.